And we're live. There's my glasses that I don't usually wear. All right. Holy crap. I don't even know if I have the thing set up. This is a really bad one. All right. Let me just take care of some business. And we'll get on this. Okay. Yeah, we're good. All is well. Except for the one little thing I have to do over here. All right. So here's the deal. I'm going to count down 3, 2, 1, go. Start your Blu Ray or DVD of Hellraiser that you're watching. This is the normal remastered edition. And once I hit go, we'll see the time code start up, and that's when you should be synced up. Alrighty. Ready? Starting up Hellraiser in 3, 2, 1, go. All right, we're good. We're live. Everything's hunky-dory. New World Pictures presents. And now my glasses can come off so we don't see reflections and get copyright struck. All right. New World Pictures in association with Cinnamon. Yeah, whatever. I need to fix my mic, too. We're a mess. Clive Barker's Hellraiser. We're going to go into a bunch of stuff here. I really need something to prop this up. 1 second. This'll do. Claire Higgins. There's a lot of goofy stuff in this flick. Yeah, that's much better. All right, we're good. I think. Yeah, we're good. Introducing Ashley Lawrence, who I don't think did much else other than the Hellraiser movies. This soundtrack is so good. I am hearing... no, okay, we're good. Just checking. I want to make damn sure you're not getting any audio of this because that'd get me in trouble. This is back in the day when they showed all the credits before the movie because they didn't have 15 minutes of credits. I am double checking everything. The box. Oh, you know, nice latte. That money has to be the sweatiest, most awful money. So much easier than buying a Mogwai. Well, then if it was always mine, why did I just pay $3,000 for it? Now, Frank's not a nice fella, but it's interesting that in the book, they don't rip him apart with chains right away. They actually overload his senses, and he kind of just masturbates to try and keep it from overwhelming him. And his seed on the floor is the reason why he can be brought back, because he left a remnant of his DNA. The movie is just like, wherever you died, if somebody pours some blood there, you can pop back in. Spoilers. But also, the Cenobites are much more, I want to say, like, passive in the book. Like, I want to say, it's like they're all about pleasure, but they're Oh, oh, Frank. Like they view pleasure and pain as almost indivisible. So when they are actually torturing you, they really think they're giving you pleasure. Hey, Touch, can I get some of that? The railroad ties covered with barbed wire are an interesting thing. Also, these must be random pieces of other people's bodies that are on these things. Ah, the female Cenobite. Interestingly, in the book, Pinhead's like fairly androgynous. Yeah, these are among my favorites of all time too. In the book, Pinhead has a breathy, girly voice, um, but Doug Bradley just embodies this character. It is pretty amazing too that he is only in the film for maybe 5 minutes of screen time. This is very much Frank's movie, and that is a puzzle and a half right there. Also, in the movie, Pinhead has a weird breathing thing he does. In this one, not so much in two. What's up, Dennis? Yoink. Welcome to Cenobite Cleaners. I love everything about this fucking movie. Um, I believe he was World War I. It's explored a lot more in Hellraiser 3 that Pinhead. There's a lot of lore behind Pinhead that isn't in the movies. Like that Pinhead is a spirit that embodies a new body every like century or so, and this is just the latest iteration of him. But yeah, he's a World War I. He's disenchanted actually after I believe it was World War I, where he saw so much brutality that it drove him to seek otherworldly pleasures because he was just so self-destructive. And here we see Rory and Julia, the happy couple. As we'll find out. Yeah, sure. The Madonna with a head on a plate. This is often what my brother says about me. It smells and is damp, but we are in Britain. Rory is American. She's a Brit. I don't. There's got to be a backstory here because she's hopelessly unhappy. Yeah, that is a good name for a puzzle that opens a doorway to hell. The lament configuration. Hey, baby, what's happening? You want a slice of bread? Maybe some fish? He looks so confused. I forget what he's looking at. Oh, yes, he's smelling the kitchen. It's hard to clean up when you've been dismembered. This is actually a really good haunted house movie. It's not your traditional one, there's no ghosts, but this is very much a haunted house movie. It's very claustrophobic, it's very atmospheric. Shit, I forgot. His name's Larry in this one. I said Rory. That's the book name. There's a perfectly good box spring there. Oh, Jesus. I forgot about that. What the hell's what? There's literally nothing there. Julia's resisting the urge to just drop on there and friggin' rut like an animal. Who else would be calling you? Seriously. In the book, Kirsty is a unrequited lover. She is in love with old Rory, Larry, and that's like her whole arc in the book. It's a much better idea to have her as the daughter. Clive Barker, who wrote the book, also wrote the screenplay and directed this thing. Hey now. Frank Cotton, Kabuki lover. Wow, he wants her to be a millennial before millennials were millennials. I also love her job as a pet store clerk. I also wonder who's taking these pictures of Frank. Does he have a photographer who just hangs out while he fucks random women? Kirsty looks like she's calling him from a jail cell. Just pocketing some smut. Excuse me. You hate it. I want to know what it was about Larry that drew Julia to him. It's not his fiery personality. Also, interesting that Larry insists on helping them move. Pivot! 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 Yes, I got a Friends reference into Hellraiser. Do you want to finish moving stuff? Do you often give beer to your moving men? Don't mind me, boys. Just watch me walk upstairs. Thank you for calling Lewd Movers for all your ogling moving needs. I cannot say enough about this soundtrack. I still write to the soundtrack. It's still one of my favorite orchestral scores of any movie. It's like a bad dream. It's very flowy but there's a lot of string work in it. It's awesome. Plus the bells, which are a nod to the book. I forget. Do I have to walk on the other side of the road too? Dad's thrown out a lot of messiahs. Yuck. Here's your beer, heathens. Goddamn bed moved. There's plenty of beer. You asshole. That's a good scene. It just establishes everybody's relationship. Yes, just slap the pipes. That works, Kirsty. Welcome to Flashback Theater. Julia had a much less severe haircut. I find it interesting that Frank even shows up for the wedding. He and Larry do not get along. I'm about to come for the wedding. Wow, you're a more dangerous version of the man I'm gonna marry. Back then, women just were irresistibly drawn to assholes. Only one, though. Julia's very strange, even before she starts killing people with a claw hammer. That face is horny Julia face. Every house should have an upstairs room with nothing in it but a bare bulb hanging from the ceiling. Health? Yuki. Frank can smell an unhappy bride from a mile away. This is like that weird scene in Wild at Heart. Well, he is an 80s bad boy. He does look like a 21 Jump Street bad guy when he has skin. Now, the interesting thing is she takes him in there on the pretext of showing the wedding dress. And they're supposed to be fucking on it, by the way, when they do. This is also her move. She goes to it a couple times in this movie. It's not very sexy. Oh, there's a wedding dress. You know what? That is some sexy underwear. You can just tell Frank had no chance. I also hear a mattress going before it's supposed to be going. By the way, I move box springs and beds all the time at work. These guys are fucking doing this wrong. It is interesting that he spurts and then his brother spurts. I always hated that. That is a specific shot set up by a openly gay director. I'm not sure if she's supposed to be masturbating here or not. Or she's just lamenting. Frank's like, I just want you to shut up. I got a boo-boo. I love her distaste. You gigantic pussy. It'd be interesting if Frank could have used his vomit to reconstitute himself. That's a good gash. Excuse me. Thus the hellbound heart. Why she needs to drive, I don't know. And what do they leave the movie men there? Although with no woman to ogle, they might actually get the job done. Oh, this music. This is actually part of an extensive reshoot they got. New Line was so happy with the footage that Clive Barker delivered that they gave him a few million extra to do a better version of this scene. Everything in this movie is like nothing you've seen before. It's amazing. There are a lot of rats in this house. Bloop, 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 bloop. They look like the Periscope monster from Star Wars. This month we're going to be watching a lot of 80s special effects. This is some of the best. This is Rob Bottin, I believe. I might have to look that up. Ugh. It's so twitchy. A lot of this is reverse footage, obviously. Oh, that's such a weird noise. There's so much going on in this scene. Right now, he kind of looks like a licker from Resident Evil. It is also a bit of a stretch that little splash of blood gets this much of Frank back to life. Julia has to off quite a few guys to get him to even the point where he can leave. It hurts. This is such a British. British. I want to know who the young guy is too. I don't. I love that one woman. Kirsty is amazed by cigarette tricks. It's so hot. Doctors, Hippocratic oath. Larry looking at this guy openly wanting to fuck his daughter is always a little weird. That's a little Frankish of him, if you will. It is 2 in the morning. He's such a dork. That's the thing. Were they in America? There's so much to the backstory of Larry and Julia's wedding and marriage together. Oh, and fuck the other side of the table. I'm leaving. Does it still hurt? Well, I'm not getting any love tonight, so fuck it. Let's get shit-faced. I love the lighting, too. It's a shame that Clive Barker didn't do much else. As a writer, he was much happier as writing than, he hated Hollywood. Nightbreed really turned him off to Hollywood, to movie making. Which is sad because the Cabal cut of Nightbreed is really fucking good. I should do that. I have so many horror movies to do. I'm like really trying to cherry pick which ones I get to do. I'm pretty sure next week is going to be Creepshow and Twilight Zone the movie. But I'm not sure yet. Huh. This is the floor where I came. Oh, there's rats in it. She's so revolted by rats. That is a jump scare, but it's story related. Those don't really piss me off. Do I know you? Don't ever look at me. You are so looking at him, Julia. There's also no guarantee that that it wasn't just his brother's blood that brought him back. There's a lot of assumptions with this whole resurrection. I fucked you? It's the same reaction any woman gets when seeing me after having had sex with me. Why? How? From where? Just murder, will you? Boing. Drunk Kirsty is a little odd. She's a little shaky on her feet. Now I don't know if he means somebody's on the stairs or you gotta you gotta feed me Seymour. Plus, there is no bathroom on the first floor. What a shithole. Murder. Also, there's a conceit. Does it have to be human blood? Yeah, not creepy at all. Hi, Ma. My stepmother's acting really fucking weird. Meanwhile, this horny fucker is following her upstairs to the bathroom. That's a bad hat. I see. Threesome. Waka waka. You know what I mean? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. It's just a homeless guy. Move. Don't look him in the eye. Jesus. Meanwhile, I think he's supposed to be like British, but he speaks with an American accent, and it looks like the lead singer of Aha. Such a weird accent. Yeah, let's make out in this subway. This filthy subway stop. Take me on. Hmm. Now, obviously, it loses a little subtext in the movie, but Julia's been unhappy for so long. There we go. She can't stop fucking Frank right before her wedding. Also, Frank kind of sees her as a means to an end. He likes fucking her, but he didn't think she was worth having Larry chasing, well, Rory in the book, having chasing him around the for stealing his wife. If you'll do me. Just wait here and I'll get you a body in the morning. Clive Barker thought doves were cool before John Woo. This is a nice surreal scene. Don't know what it means. It actually does have some payoff in Hellraiser too. This feels like something out of Silent Hill. So they fucked and then got in separate beds. It's like I Love Lucy. Your sex was so awful, I'm having nightmares. Wait, call me daddy? Wait, what? Oh. Hello, Seating. I love you. Kirsty's also usually framed with a bit of a halo about her. Don't ever call me at 3 in the morning again, goddammit. Oh, did you fuck that cat? Wait. Who? He's very bold. I love her attractive outfit is this severe fucking coat and skirt combo. Why don't we do a little day drinking? But it'll do. Ah! Okay, here we go. I'll drive you to my special sex house. Yeah. I love her movement. She's very deft. Oh boy, you don't know anything about limits. You're gonna know her for seconds. She's so tense. She's sexy talk. Yeah, you should be. It's like that aggressiveness pushed her. Like she was like, I'm not sure I'm ready for this. And okay, this fucker needs it. Also, her choice of murder weapon is about to be revealed. It's it, although I guess where would she get a murder weapon? No, but I don't like picking splinters out of my ass. That bald spot on the back of his head is a perfect target for her. I want to be turned on by you, but you look like Zool. Is this what all British sex is like? Oh, dear God. And there they are. Oh, Tidy White is really pissed Frank off. those, are like, those are like the Rick's underwear on the young ones. They're so bad. Let me piss and squirt urine out of my penis before I stick it in you. Oh! Oh, it's. Oh. Atta girl, Julia. Get that fucker what he deserves. All right. Oh, I was going to say, did she dream him? Did she just murder a guy for no reason? Nom, 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 nom. Oh, that's a terrible sound. Why did I wear the watch? It's so stupid. Come on, there's still some juice in there. You could have put down a mat or something. I've got to clean these floors. Ha! That's it? Okay, but what about the pus? Kinda. Come here, baby. Maybe not. Oh, God. That's so revolting. Let me suck the pus off your fingers. Does she not know that her husband was coming home? Julia, you been murdering? I don't know why she has to remove the body now. I'm in the murder abattoir. That's pretty damn good directing right there. That's a good shot. Oh, here's a gross line. Here it comes. What the fuck is that? You want a cookie, little girl? Okay. Brandy's not going to go bad. Can't tell if I smeared my lipstick or these are entrails. He's just standing there. Hi, Baba. I just cleaned myself up. He does have a point. The Cenobites. Are you talking to my dead brother? Will you, Bay? Wait, him or me? Really? You're bringing marriage into this? That's a good cut. Dudley Dursley, you stop pestering that snake. I forgot about this. Spam, spam, spam. Give them back. That is some crunchy crickets. And you return those crickets. Look at her, little school marmy. See you soon, baby. She tipped the hat. Hi. Um, taking a ice bath? This guy's so fucking cocky. Not even bothered this time. Eh. He has a drink, I have a drink. It's symbiotic, really. She likes big earrings, I'm noticing. Oh, nothing like having new lungs to pollute with cigarette smoke. I hope Larry doesn't want this shirt back. We're really not sure of the timetable either. Odd that Pinhead didn't take the lament configuration with him either. Nope. Ah, the designs of these things are amazing. Although I never understood Butterball, really. Yes, when a hook pierces my flesh, my reaction is, yeah. In the book, Pinhead's tongue is also decorated with pins, and they're like jeweled. Not what? Why would you keep the box then? Boom, boom. Remember when boxing was a thing? Tagger it, tagger it. Larry must have put a 100 on this fight. Frank hates that pillar. It's not like my skinless brother's upstairs waiting to kill me. Jukey. This is such a weird distraction. I bet on the stairs, really? She wanted him to stand on that stairwell. She should have hit her knees. Just saying. Love the music too. It's all very subtle, very tense. She's so totally expecting Frank to just club him. We should really get these out of the house. I forgot about that. They have like 9 pillows on the bed, too. Out of all the horrific things I've done, what I'm about to have to do is so much worse. Give me some sugar, baby. I love it too. She has no idea where Frank is. She's so freaked out, and all he's thinking about is getting his dick wet. I love how he doesn't hear the fucking switchblade click. No means no, Larry. And he's still trying. You ever wonder what a rat's back looks like, Juliet? Yeah, you're giving mixed signals there, Juliet. We haven't had sex in 5 years. He has a legitimate gripe there. Although when she's crying and going, please, I can't bear it, might be time to get off the wife. To China? We're going to be on Hoarders. Godot? Oh, Dad. Yeah, Kirsty. He really did ruin that suit. His insistence on wearing clothes is very funny. I love how he's very insistent for a reanimated corpse. I don't usually like to traipse up so many stairs before sex. Everybody hurts. He glistens all the time. He doesn't even bother hiding. Oh. Those don't sound like sex noises, Kirsty. Out of the way, bitch. It's Slurpee time. At this point, Frank can do the killing himself. She just has to lure him up there. Sneaky Kirsty. The first fucking step. Again, this movie is so claustrophobic. I love it. That is an odd to have a gargoyle at the top of your stair post like that, or a dragon, whatever that is. It's an odd ornamentation. I don't know why that's a slow-mo shot. It must have been too fast. Also, he doesn't look any better after draining this guy. You be quiet now, sir. Yeah, not a good retreat, Kirsty. That is a good point, Frank. So sweet. Okay, there's some. He like. So apparently he grew nuts. No. No! Frank's libido was a little too strong. He should have went for the blood first. Daddy. She just runs through two nuns. And they don't give a shit. They're like, wow, she is obviously in distress. Fuck her. And I don't even know what this is. Like, she's passing out in front of somebody's something. And why is this guy wearing a New York Yankees hat in London? It's a fair point that I am not certain this is supposed to be in London. All the guys that Julia murders have English accents, but half the cast don't. It's really weird. Holy shit. I love this woman is watching a video of a flower blossom. No questions. Another indeterminate accent. After the electroshock treatment. Or the fact that I look like a discount Lionel Richie. I'm pretty sure it's against fire code regulations to lock a patient in a room. By the way, the lament configuration is supposed to be so difficult that it is nearly impossible to solve. In the book, the only reason Kirsty can is because there's blood on it and she can see the grooves of the individual pieces. It's also supposed to be a music box created by a French toy maker named Le Méchant. Which is actually delved into in Hellraiser 4, but not well. I like Hellraiser 4, but it's not great. It went to the trope of whoever the horror guy is in space. Which is what a lot of franchises do when they run out of ideas. Good thing for Kirsty, it didn't go the Frank route and just hit her with the fish hooks right away. I don't know about you, but when I first open up a door, an interdimensional gateway, I'm a little hesitant to run through it. Well, anything's better than British TV. She's lucky the door didn't slam on behind her, shut behind her. Now, this lovely critter is called the engineer in this movie. That is a big hook. In the book, the engineer is like another Cenobite, but it's the one that creates all of the torments. In here, he's just kind of a generic monster. Pretty cool looking, but they shouldn't show close-ups of the face. Nom nom. There's also no explanation as to why this door happened to open. It's almost like in the first movie, the box could open dimensional doors to other places depending on what configuration it's in. I can recite this whole scene by heart. It's so fucking good. This scene is landmark in horror, especially 80s horror, because 80s horror is kind of cliche. Not as cliche as it is today, but also you'll notice there is not one joke in this movie. Because when we do It Chapter 2, you're going to see me pissed off. The Chatterer is awesome. Just also, he gives the mankind mandible claw to Kirsty. You opened it, we came. It's nice for him to give exposition. Can't. No. That's so awesome. She's thumbing the gash in her neck. I love it. So awesome. Not that many, let's be honest. Yeah, I heard about that. I'll check it out eventually. Creep Show. The Shudder version. She has a point. That is an iconic line. I don't know why they would think that she would cheat them, though. They are making a deal. She wants no part of this. He's been telling her not to look at him all movie. Or Midsummer. Did you see that disaster? Ugh. Hey, baby. You locked the door. That is some shirt, bro. That's a great moment. I am wondering how he gets the skin on. Is there like a big stitch in the back? And if the Cenobites like teleported Kirsty out of the hospital, why didn't they just go right to the house? Julia's been wanting to fucking kill this bitch for a long time. Okay, did anybody see her come in here? That is, you know what? I never noticed. I never bothered to look. He has blue eyes as Larry, but he has brown eyes as Frank. Yeah, we're doing Hellraiser 2 immediately after this. Look at his. How does she not notice like the skin flap on his forehead? So fucking good. In her mind, though, she's like, I'm fucked. They wanted Frank alive, and I fucking didn't deliver. I'm fucked. You can take her upstairs to the corpse. So fucking creepy. I don't know why Julia leaves her there. Now, to be fair, Kirsty breaks the deal here. Okay, that's another jump scare. I love how crazy that shake of the head is. She's like, mm. What did you do, stupid? All three of us in the corpse house. It's not the same cadence. To daddy. You sick fuck. I just grafted this, you bitch. Now, this is actually partially Julia's fault. If you're going to hold somebody to, let them be murdered, do not allow an amateur twist move to stop it. They do say there are multiple hells in 2. You're just too delicious, Julia. You'll see it's ruled by Leviathan, their version of hell. So they even tell Kirsty that her father is in his own hell. So there's like multiple hells. The Cenobites exist outside of reality, so they're in their own dimension. But in the version of part 2 we're going to see, there are like individual hells for Kirsty and Tiffany too, so it's a little odd on the lore. Yeah, in fact, I think in the first movie, the only mention of hell is in the title. The Buddy Christ. These rooms are deceptively large. There's so many rats up here, though. This isn't a bad boy. Although, why she's staying in visual range, I don't know. That's a pretty fucking good scare. Although, if that thing's been up there for a few days, it probably smells pretty bad. Actually, Lawrence was not afraid to get bloodied up in this one. Although, her survival instincts aren't the best. I do love the doors creak, like, when they need to, and when they don't need to, they're suspiciously silent. See, in the book, they made a bigger deal that he had to name himself. And thus, that's why the Cenobites act here. That's why they wait so long to show up. Oh, he did mention hell there. This is fucking awesome. And Cheddar's like, you ain't going nowhere, motherfucker. Frank. Pinhead is being very courteous. Maybe. God damn. I do know he finally gets it. They got him. He's like, fuck it. Bring it on, motherfuckers. They're so impassive. Oh, really? The spinal blade? This is fucking great. He licks him. Wept. Oh! Curse splat. At least they know how to put him back together already. That's the other thing. Julia apparently climbs into bed. She wasn't dead. And tries to open the box herself. I mean, maybe she even did. Although I don't know why Kirsty thinks this will do any good. I don't know why he doesn't give her the old hooks before she has a time. Good that she memorized the entire puzzle solution. He's not even sure she's there, but that's like a Dragon's Lair board right there. Chatterer in the bridal veil. He can't even scream. He's just like, meh. Okay, there's some stuff there. If he's blind, how did he know Steve was there? She didn't have to solve a puzzle box. He gets crushed. In fact, Steve as a character doesn't even really need to exist. Darkness there and nothing more. This thing reminds me of Rotten Applehead from Resident Evil. Evil Dead 2. Steve takes a punch in the mouth. Nom, nom, nom. I do love this part where she starts to. Oh no, not yet. Sorry. At one point, she starts to solve the puzzle to send it away, and Steve tries to help her, and she's like, "Get the fuck off of me, stupid!" She sends him a little Hadoken, and off he goes. Yeah, okay. Steve's like, yeah, I don't care how good that pussy was. I am never coming back here again. Any other unholy creatures out here? Okay, so it's inexplicably raining here, which I think is a continuity wipe thing. Or it could just be to get the girl wet. That happens. We didn't start the fire. I'm not exactly sure what happens. I'm not sure if this is the house burned to a crisp. Like, there's no. It's just rubble and fire. Like, I don't know where the fuck this is supposed to be. Good, we'll never see this box again. What the fuck did we just do, Kirsty? Where the fuck are we? Cricket Man says, hello! There's a lot of cuts in this, like from the fire gag and everything. I actually really like this design of this creature, but I forgot about that weird composite shot. And that's it. Yeah, the very end of that movie was a little weird. They didn't know quite how to fix it. And they certainly weren't thinking sequel. So that is Hellraiser. One of my favorite horror movies of all time. Iconic for a lot of reasons. Does that work? Yeah, it actually worked out. I did my math right this time, so the slideshow actually is showing shit that should be on screen when it is. I also doubled it. It changes every 5 minutes instead of every 10. I like that a lot better, even though it's a little more work. So yeah, this was made on a shoestring budget. Again, Clive Barker's first time director, writes the screenplay. I honestly don't know why he didn't direct the sequel. Those sequels, I believe, directed by a guy named Peter Atkins. Or no, it was written by a guy named Peter Atkins. Excuse me. I guess he wanted no part of the sequel. It's a shame, though. It would have been interesting to see his take on where the characters go. Boy, and after 2, they go down the shitter. Hellraiser is a lot like The Howling, and where it's the first movie's really great, and I like the second one. We're about to watch it, but afterwards it goes down the shithole. Like The Howling has, the first one's amazing, and then the rest of them are shit, and eventually direct-to-video shit. I'm trying to see if it shows who did the special effects. If it was Botten or not. I don't remember. Five-star catering. 2 guys did optical printings. 1987. Many thanks to Anthony Randall of New World Pictures. This was filmed in Rivendell. Thank you, Panavision. Alrighty. That is Hellraiser 1. So, God, I love that movie. I haven't watched it in a while, so I was pretty happy. So, let me set up SNES. Let me, do I even, oh shit, sorry dude, I didn't even see that. Hellraiser 3 had the superhero Cenobite. So Hellraiser 3 went after, definitely was like in line with the comics where all the Cenobites, he had to create new Cenobites, and so one was a disc jockey with CDs in his head, and one was Camera Head, which was a camera guy who had a lens in his face, and one was the pervert guy with the pistons going through his head, and the girl who was her little friend. Hellraiser 3 is bad. Hellraiser 3, Hell on Earth. So, that is it for Hellraiser. I am going to stop the stream for a second and set up. It won't be more than a couple minutes, and we will roll right into Hellraiser 2. So, if you will allow me a moment, I will go back. Give me 5 minutes. Might as well take a pee break too while I'm at it. And we'll get right into Hellraiser 2. So thank you for watching, everybody. Appreciate it greatly, as always. Hope you enjoyed this, and hope you stick around for Hellraiser 2. Be right back, everybody.